going on right behind me here is one of the coolest new construction opportunities in all of Tampa Bay, and that would be Altura Bayshore. So Altura Bayshore is a top-of-the-line, creme de la creme, just like all the finishes, high-end luxury, roughly 70-unit building being constructed right on Bayshore in downtown Tampa. One of the coolest things about this location is you are right, oh, hey, there's a guy right there. One of the coolest things about this location is that you are directly on Bayshore. Every single unit has a beautiful view of downtown Tampa. Part of the route where Gasparilla comes right by. The locals know this is a great place to be for it. And like I said before, every single part of this design, from the residences to the buildings, the penthouse, to the top floor pool deck area, is top of the line. So in this video, we're gonna cover the actual units themselves, the floor plans, some of the finishes, the pricing of what's remaining. We'll talk about the building itself. It comes back with a lot of pretty cool amenities that I didn't anticipate until I went to the showroom and learned about them. And finally, we'll talk about why this specific part of town is so sought after. So if you find videos like this useful or interesting, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, some sort of engagement for the algorithm. Putting out 1 to 2 of these a week, and any kind of engagement is super helpful. Now, without further ado, let's go check out Altura Bayshore. Let's cover the actual units themselves. The building has 67 units total. All but 6 of them are the residence floor plans, which range from 2,100 square feet to 2,900 square feet. They're either 2-3s, 3-3s, 3-3.5. But I will say the 2-3s do have a second den that, based on the floor plan and the layout, could absolutely serve as another bedroom in a pinch. So essentially, they're all going to play like 3-3s or 3-3.5. Each unit runs the entire span of the building, which means every single unit has an outdoor terrace that overlooks Bayshore Boulevard and the beautiful Tampa Bay. On the back end, you also have another view of downtown Tampa. There are 4 units on each of the residence levels and only 3 on the top 6 penthouse. One really cool feature about every single unit in here is that they all have an elevator foyer that opens up directly into your home. So I'm sure there's some sort of security measure or a key card or some code, something like that, so strangers can't just walk into your place. But I found that very cool, not super common. Usually there's some kind of breezeway or shared hallway. To go straight into your place, that's pretty nifty. So that covers the residences, and as of now, those are starting in the high 1s up to the upper 2s, depending on which floor plan, how high up you are, etc., things like that. And then once you get to the top floor, you get the penthouse suites. These bad boys, there's only 6 of them, but instead of 4 units taking the entire span of the building, you have 3. So these are much larger. These ones range from 3,100 square feet to 3,500 square feet and have obviously the best views of the entire building. The terraces that are outdoor overlooking Tampa Bay and Bayshore are just ridiculous. I'd like to go into detail on some of the finishes of these, but they're each custom made, so they're all gonna have slightly different finishes. This kitchen cabinet might be a different shape than that cabinet, but it matches this stone, etc., things like that. So if you're interested in the specific builds of each of the remaining units, shoot me an email, my information's below, and let's get together and schedule an appointment at the sales office where they'll walk us through each of the remaining models so we can pick and choose which one's best for you. Now that's enough pre-construction renderings of beautiful waterfront condos. Now let's talk about the building itself, which is pretty slick. With the price tag on some of these bad boys, you are probably expecting some pretty radical amenities, and you would be justified and correct in doing so. By far and away, the biggest draw here is the rooftop bar and lounge area. This thing is so fancy, it looks like a place that I wouldn't be allowed to go into because they don't accept people who are dressed for casual golf rounds. It overlooks Bayshore on one side and has, it's not an infinity pool, but it's really cool. awesome pool there with the sun shelf, the shades, the cabanas you can rent out, all the things you'd expect at a super modern, super luxury downtown condo like this. Inside at the clubhouse area is a nice bar area, lounge, TVs, really an awesome place to host a function if you can. What they've also done is built their 4th floor to be a middle-aged man's dream getaway. So pickleball, bocce ball, a putting green, and a barbecue pit area. So like I said, it's got everything a father of 4 could dream of having, and it's even got the nice half basketball court and the shaded dog park as well. So you don't have to go far to get the simple things that you need. Quick little recreation, nice little dip, let the pup out. It's all right there. It has the fitness area that's super nice, beautiful gym area. All I have are renderings, no details on that, but like most of these kinds of throw-in gyms, I would assume for insurance and liability purposes, only weights are going up to 50 pounds, a lot of cardio, a lot of cable cord, cross machines, things like that. But it's gonna have a view that you can't beat, so it might just be the best gym in town. The jury's still out. And one other really cool addition that this place has, they actually have additional rooms in the building you can rent out when you have people in town who just spill over, you can't fit them, you don't like them that much, you want to say goodbye at the end of the night, whatever, sock them away downstairs, and now they have their own place. Don't know what they cost, but if you're buying one of these places, I'm sure you don't really even care. You would pay for it just to get some of these people their own space and have your own space as well. So that covers the building and the units, but probably the biggest draw is the location, and we'll cover that in this next segment. Two of the biggest draws to downtown are a short bike ride from Altura Bayshore, and they are Hyde Park and the Amalie Arena, Sparkman Wharf, Florida Aquarium little strip that's right next to Hyde Park, very close to Altura. Hyde Park is a fairly newer, super nice and super beautiful upscale restaurant, designer shops, things like that. When you think of Gen Z or millennial going out for their fancy brunch at a really nice restaurant that has a hip, cool DJ, this is probably where they're going. Like I said, it's just super well maintained. The vibes here are immaculate. The homes right around are beautiful. It's just a stellar downtown area. I would recommend checking out Bar Taco, but I'm sure it's not that controversial to recommend the best Mexican place in a certain part of town, and it's pretty agreeable. I would also say Meat Market right across the way, a super nice little steak restaurant. It's not just flashy, it's not just cool, it's also a really good steak. And the other main appeal, by the way, Hyde Park's about a 5-minute drive. 5-minute drive, 10-15-minute bike ride right along Bayshore. The other main appeal is the Sparkman Wharf Junction area. Starting off on one side of the strip, you have the Florida Aquarium, which is a really well done aquarium. I've been to it with my nieces and nephews. I would go to it by myself or on a date or with a friend. It's a really well done aquarium, and animals are always cute up close. It just is what it is. So that's a fun time. It's only like 40 to 50 bucks, I think, for a ticket. Might even be less than that. Not terribly inexpensive, not super affordable, but not terribly expensive. Terribly expensive, I should say. But then you continue your walkway past a bunch of other stores, the trolley, some restaurants, and you get to Sparkman Wharf. Now this is brand new within the past, I want to say 5 years. It could be a little longer than that, but not that much. And it's an outdoor area with a concept that I am certain is not the first to be tried here in Tampa. But could it be the best? Perhaps. Where it's got a nice giant turf area where they'll have movies and games and activities going there. In the center of it, they have a big old bar that is just walk up, grab a drink, go back to your activities. And all around it are a bunch of small, like custom restaurants that are hyper specific, so the menus are limited, inside of shipping containers that look clean and friendly and all that jazz and well run. Walk up, order your food, go back to your activity. It's just a really cool place to spend an evening or an afternoon, especially if it's before you're heading to the Bolts game. The Tampa Bay Lightning, they're kind of a big deal in the hockey world. I don't know if you heard about it, but the Amalie Arena, where the Bolts play, is a brisk 5-minute walk just from Sparkman Wharf. So you just continue on, start the aquarium, have your afternoon drink and grub at, I don't ever use the word grub, I don't know why I use it there, at Sparkman Wharf, and then keep on walking to MLA Arena, which is the site, like I said, for Tampa Bay Lightning, but a lot of concerts and events and things are going on at MLA Arena. And just next to MLA Arena is probably, I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's certainly the coolest spot in the area, and that would be American Social. I don't have any footage of it, but trust me, it's super cool. It's massive, right in the water, and there's tons of event spaces. It's just a great menu, drinks are good, classy joint, highly recommend. There's a lot going on in downtown Tampa, but the two biggest ones are, like I said, about a 5-minute drive and a 15-minute bike ride from here at Altura. Now, if you found this video interesting, useful, shareable, likable, please hit that like, hit that subscribe. It helps me a ton because I'm trying to do these once or twice a week, and the more engagement I get, the more encouragement I get, and the more positive feedback I get, the more quality videos I produce. So if you like what you saw, please engage them out. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you got any value out of this at all, I would love to be your resource, whether that's today or 2 years from now on your next move. So reach out, my information is below, and let's have a chat. Thanks for watching.